What is up, everybody? This is Anime Squad Minis, episode 11. I'm your host, Omar.
And this is David.
And like always, I need you guys to like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. All that good stuff helps us with the algorithm, all that good stuff. Spread the word for us. And always, we have social medias like Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. Follow us there, and we always reply, so don't be shy. Oh, also, before I forget, timestamps for your favorite shows of the video. Let's start off with bottom tier character Tomozaki, episode 6, and this is the introduction to Mimi. Weird name, but she's adorable. She's the one I was anticipating. It's from episode 2, I think she showed up, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it was just a quick little glance at her, but now we finally get a full dive, especially with Tomozaki's task to become, I guess, what was it? Council? On the count, like helping her to her campaign for student council.
Yeah, not a manager, but like a brain.
Oh yeah, that was the nickname he got because he was so persistent and trying to be helping her.
That was weird. Brain as a nickname, I guess.
Yeah, it was cute. Coming from her, Mimi, like just how bubbly and sparkling she is. Like first glance, it makes sense for her.
It was funny because she literally said in this episode that our MC is a manipulator, and it does, like, in a way it does seem like it.
Well, I guess so. Yeah, in a way, because you said no, right? She was like, "Oh no, I'm good, fam."
Yeah. Like,
but he was persistent.
In a way, that's how usually persistent people are in general. You get me?
Yeah, they usually convince you to think what they were thinking.
And I think that it's what's her Nanam? No, what's her name? That one girl they're against.
The blue hair girl?
No, the girl they're against.
Oh, Aya?
Yeah.
Ayo?
A little bit of hers rubbing on him now, in a way.
Oh, I know. No, yeah, very much so. And there's one point in the episode she kind of catches a glimpse of that, and she's like looking down the stairs and stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but hey, she's obviously doing fine in her campaign. She's nailing it with the guy from last episode.
Pretty much.
Mr. Smooth Talker, Mr. Social Man.
Yeah.
But hey, it was cool to see Tomozaki and the new girl like bond over like trying to beat Io, quote unquote, down because she's so damn perfect, right?
Oh yeah. Knowing that I guess the whole battle between both of them is that she's always second. She wants to be first, since second is never appreciate, more like first places.
Which it made sense in her argument, because you remember the tallest mountain in Japan is Mount Fuji, but what about the second? And so on and so on. And I was like, damn, that makes sense.
Our president as well.
Yeah, very present. It's still relatable. No one remembers second place. You appreciate them, but never memorable. But yeah, I like that moment. It was sweet. They kind of got them, if anything, closer. And this harem continues, right?
We were also introduced to the other girl too. I think that came out in the intro as well.
Oh, Yumiko?
Yeah.
Her with that that weird event with her and Mimi.
The belly button thing.
Yeah, that was That was weird. I don't know where to. Hey, but she got the magic fingers apparently, right?
Yeah, she busted out a Konosuba.
Yeah.
In a way.
It was so random, but yeah, but yeah, sure.
She has a power, man. Somehow.
Yeah, magic fingers, bro.
Magic fingers,
But yeah, I mean, freaking.
That's pretty much it.
Tomozaki, pretty smart guy, for even though he didn't originally plan to do this, he knows his stuff when it comes to like the paper or like where the music's gonna be heard and all that stuff. But yeah, that's why he's called the brains, and that's how the episode ends.
He's taking his video game tactics into the real life.
Yeah, I like the analogy he did with was like, we got, I want to see the underdog win. I think she's all that with a bag of chips.
Yeah.
So that was cool. But yeah, basically it. I like this episode. This episode was good, especially a new girl.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see who wins this campaign.
Yes, sir.
And who becomes class president. But we have Rent a Girlfriend, episode 4.
Damn.
And man, obviously from last episode where Mommy was being a little too friendly again, leading my man on.
And the friend, and I love the fact that the friend noticed it.
Yeah, Kibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kibe being a real goat.
Being a bro, man.
No, yeah, I mean, I'm glad, someone noticed it, because, I've said it, I think, on episode 2, it was like, obviously Chizuru is doing the things that she does, even with the whole Renta aspect being in there, but she's still there, she hasn't left you or like ratted you out, so like when that whole incident happened, when our main guy tells him they're gonna break up, like he beats the crap out of him. well deserved, if anything.
And that's good. You can see from both points too, like, oh, like he doesn't know the whole story too. Yeah.
But like, even with that being said, like from what the story he knows, when he sees for face value, that speaks a lot more than the whole. I feel like in this predicament, I guess.
Yeah.
Because even like when Chizuru comes up to him, is like, hey, obviously you did the right thing. He doesn't know the whole story, but you could tell that she's still there. She still talked to him. She doesn't have to do any of that, but she's still there.
Yeah.
And especially when like he walked away and she calls him a dumbass, like, you dumbass. And I was like, damn, I fucking knew it.
Yeah,
like he is a dumbass.
That caught me off guard. I was like, wait, what?
Because she likes him, bro.
No, I know that, but I was like, oh damn, I didn't know she was gonna say it.
Yeah, no, man. Hate it. I hate when our MCs are dumb. But hey, that's what makes the show good, right? Because
makes it entertaining.
Because do you go back with your ex, or do you stick with this relationship, which obviously had a rough start with the whole rent-a-girlfriend aspect. And man, the whole like you said, the bro scene with Kibe, probably the best moment of the episode, honestly, where like,
yeah, it was funny too, because he was like, oh, is he taking my girl technically?
Yeah, like, is he now skipping a B and pressing his opportunity, which it looked like it, like from first glance, right? Like you see just two people by themselves, a breakup, you assume the worst.
I love how honest this dude was too.
Kibe? Yeah, man, like you could tell like he's been a friend for like so many years. When like something good happens for your friend, you're obviously happy for them. and you do everything you can for them to be happy, and in this case Kiba did, and it's cool. I thought it was genuinely earned, you know, especially the story he told about him and the damn flower. It was like, hey, my man's an idiot, like he's pretty much a dummy, but when it comes down to his attitude, his way of life, it's unique. And I'm like, dang, deep.
He's a nice dude.
Yeah, he's a nice dude, and obviously you see that in him. I mean, since you went out with him, and you shouldn't give up on it because you're gonna turn to a beautiful flower. And then even Chizuru was like, damn, I can't say no to his offer either.
Oh, the whole
the ferry ticket.
Yeah, he even bought a ferry ticket. I was like, damn
was right.
Oh, nice.
That's how much he wants his man to be happy with this relationship. So that's cool. That's a good friend. But yeah, the two of them go to the ferry, and throughout the episode, Chizuru was kind of feeling like hot, like, you know, sick.
Yeah,
but we don't know from what.
I think she was getting seasick, and then after seasick, she went even worse. I think she ended up getting a fever.
I think she had a fever and then probably seasick.
Either
with
or.
The ferret, or both sick, if anything.
Yeah. It was wild.
Yeah, it was weird, like coming out of nowhere.
Hey man,
And
we don't know
obviously
much about her.
Huh?
We don't know much about her. You know.
True. She's very
easy to get sick or something. I don't know.
She's not very open.
Yeah.
So.
Because remember, I think in the episode it was like, oh, you're turning a little bit red in the beginning. Remember?
No, yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, she was feeling sick throughout the whole episode.
Yeah.
So it made sense when she
finally got to her.
Yeah, when she fell off the boat.
Oh, our boy was talking to the girl. Of course.
Mommy.
They're having the conversation like, come now and blah blah. You know, telling him to come over.
She was being needy again.
Yeah. But at that one moment when she fell off, he turned around out of, you know.
Didn't hesitate.
Yeah. That phone crashed.
Yeah, it broke. It didn't matter, bro. Chizuru literally fell off the boat.
Yeah.
Go save best girl of the show.
He went for a dive as well.
Shit, man. I wonder how he's gonna get her out of that water.
I know.
But yeah, obviously that cliffhanger, I'm just like, I could put on the next episode, but I will wait. I will wait for the minis. So look forward to that for next week. And such a good episode, honestly.
Yeah.
Platinum End, episode 16. Now, all right, so from continuation on from the last episode, we had Susumu basically just ramble on everything about god candidates, which was all nice and said and done. But now I guess the main problem with their characters and kind of what they're going through, which I mentioned before a few episodes ago, is how are Mirai and Saki gonna get out of the fact that basically everyone knows what god candidates are. Like originally, we had like one main bad guy, which is Metropoliman, and now it's basically the world is now against pretty much all god candidates, and basically trying to figure out, okay, how do we just stop all this going on? With that being said, I like kind of where the direction's going. Again, it kind of gives everybody kind of like a new perspective on things, and everybody's pretty much suspecting everybody. By passerbys or whatever that you would like ordinarily be like, oh shoot, these are just basically people that don't know who they are. And all of a sudden, they all have they're all equipped basically with the same knowledge that all the other god candidates have. And that kind of like elevates the situation way more. And with that being said, Mirai and Saki are now basically enemies of the Japanese government, which is a huge deal for them. And overall, I like the direction, kind of like where this is going. Like I said, it gives our characters kind of like a challenge to face. A lot of different like allies and stuff that come into play. Like for Mirai's and Saki's case, for instance, 2 government agents that are actually against the whole deal with, you know, basically using God candidates for their own good is tested and tried and such. And so like he's like, oh, you know, I'm not against about that. You know, you have a whole life ahead of you. You know, you should lead your life how you want to lead. And clearly, you know, whatever's going on, you know, it's for the best. He had so much faith in kind of what was going on with this that his own wife or girlfriend, I think, that was directly under him in the chain was like, okay, I'm just take her, use the red arrow or whatever to like, you know, make it so that she falls in love with you. We want to know kind of like what you're about. And so that's kind of cool. Like it kind of, even though like Mukaido couldn't really like be completely replaced, like you kind of have like a sense of like, okay, these are basically like, you know, people that you can trust and not say even like double checks. It's like, oh, you know, they're not lying and such. So it kind of makes things interesting. Now, again, there's nothing like too crazy going on. Obviously, this is all just set up for like the next arc. But kind of like the direction they're going, I'm down with it. I'm down kind of like to see where everything's going. And I guess a little minor detail is that Saki now has a scar on her cheek from fighting Metropolitan, so that kind of gives her like an extra bit of characteristic, I guess. The arrow's still going on though, so we don't exactly know. I mean, we all kind of basically know that Saki actually genuinely loves Mirai, but still, it kind of gives, you know, Mirai, it's like, oh no, you know, it's actually the arrow that's telling you. But in terms of kind of like readiness and like just kind of like character development, I kind of like where it's going with Mirai. Like I like the fact that like he's obviously changed a lot since the beginning of the series. Like now he's like actually like active. He's like, oh shoot, you know, goes into like ready stance. Like he pretty much like activates his wings and his arrow on command. Not the white one, obviously, not the white arrow, but the red arrow. He's like, okay, I gotta protect myself. I gotta protect Saki. So yeah, I just like kind of where it's going, and I feel like the death of Metropolitan like really adds to that. I guess. Like you don't have like the generic like, oh, bad guy, like, oh, I want to change the world or whatever, like kind of shtick. So yeah, I'm all down for it, and I'm excited to see kind of where it's going. So yeah, can't wait. We've got like maybe 6, 5, 7 episodes left. So yeah, I can't wait to see kind of where this goes, because anything can happen.
Lupin the Third, episode 16. The Goemon episode this time around. Actually, it's kind of funny because last episode we had Jigen, and this time we had no Jigen. Yeah, it was mostly just Goemon, and Lupin this time around. Lupin and Fujiko are both basically the antagonists in a sense. But for the most part, this episode was mostly a lighthearted episode, I want to say.
I thought it was pretty funny. The whole like him modeling.
Yeah, like Goemon becoming like #1 and like catwalking, doing like 1,000 catwalks like a day after practice, like all because, you know, he's got the debts to pay.
Yeah, his honor, you know, his whole mentality.
His honor won't let him like not like repay it or whatever. Yeah.
It was weird in a way for him.
Yeah.
To a point where the craziest thing, to a point where he allowed her to have the sword. I'm like, what?
Yeah, like hold on to the sword, actually like have him change out of his like samurai garb, like, you know, like Goemon was like he was getting into character.
Yeah, I was really surprised. He was never like that. Well, that I know of.
Right, and I think, you know, it just kind of goes to show just how committed like Goemon is as like an honorable like samurai and stuff. Like honor and like all that, you know, paying your debts and everything, like, you know, traditional is completely like in character for Goemon.
Yeah, I I don't even think Gabby was that important in this episode. The girl.
No, like overall, like the girl Gabby, like she was just more so like just needed like an inspiration. Like this whole thing was mostly like it was for her, but like Goemon was definitely like the focal point of like the episode itself. Especially like when even to the point where it's like the whole thing with like Lupin and like him trying to steal the designer clothes for Fujiko. Like Goemon was not having any of that. He was like, no, I'm not gonna let you run away with this at all.
That was pretty funny.
Oh yeah, the whole stage show bit was so funny. Oh my god, I was laughing my ass off with that when they were like going back and forth with like the different outfits.
Oh yeah, to a point where Lupin ended up being a furry at the end.
Yeah, that's kind of funny too, because like Fujiko, like even though Lupin was doing it for her, like Fujiko was barely involved at all, like physically. And same thing with like Zenigata too. Like Zenigata was obviously there to capture Lupin, obviously, but he was like, oh, what's going on here?
Yeah, keeping an eye, like always.
Oh yeah. But yeah, overall, like this was like another one-off episode, but this was definitely entertaining. Like I had a lot of fun watching this one. It just kind of shows you like kind of the more goofier aspects of how the series can go.
And of course, Lupin took the big OL.
Oh yeah. Lupin took the huge L with this one. He wasn't able to get the dresses, nor was he able to keep his clothes around.
Not even his own clothes.
Nope.
That was pretty funny.
Oh yeah,
the
absolutely.
getaway.
This is a fun time indeed. It was a lot of goofs, a lot of gaffes. It was just all around just super duper fun. But yeah, I think overall this was really cool. I really enjoyed my time with this episode. But yeah. Attack on Titan, final season part 2, episode 4, or also known as episode 79. And man, oh man, brotherly love this episode, right? Brotherly, what do you say? Like brotherly, like trip to the past.
Time
looking through all of young Aaron's memories as from when he was a baby all the way till when he was 9, 10, basically when the series first started.
I had a feeling it even time traveled at the same time.
And essentially that's what it was, because like especially with how the founder Ymir, how her abilities and all that works, it's like it's never clear cut as to what goes on. All we know is that Aaron and Zeke are both like essentially they're just going through like Grisha's memories to kind of prove to Aaron that like, oh, our dad is a piece of shit, he doesn't care about us, he just wants to use the he just wants to free the Eldians and all that stuff. So
it would have been a different story if Omar would have been here. He had a different mindset for him in general.
Oh yeah, but yeah, a little like, and the funny thing is that you can kind of chalk this up as like, oh, it's just a regular like flashback episode, and some other anime would even classify this as a filler episode, given the circumstances. But not Attack on Titan. No. Attack on Titan does things a little differently, because all throughout the episode, Grisha is actually omnipresent, or like actually aware of whenever Aaron or Zeke kind of shows up in those timepieces. And we get that huge hint that the Attack Titan may or may not be able to see into the future.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of crazy with how everything went. And the granddaddy of everything that went on though was that final part, when you finally get to see that one thing that happened, that was talked about in season 3, part 1, yeah. with Grisha versus the Rice family, and ooh, we now know exactly why exactly, or how exactly Grisha actually had the courage to essentially kill kids. and it's all because of Eren.
Yeah. It's crazy too with Zeke and his
Oh
dad.
yeah, no Zeke, because Zeke knew as to what happened. He knew like how it went down. So he was like, at first he was like, wait a minute, there's no way, time can't change. And that's when Eren was doing his thing, mentioning his sister and how the sister was eaten by dogs and Dinah and Kruger, and all of a sudden, it was over.
Yo.
It was over, and Grisha now has PTSD, and it's like, Eren, this is what you wanted. Zeke, I'm sorry I couldn't be there for you.
That was
Oh
wild.
man, it was
I was
it
not.
was a lot to take in.
I wasn't expecting that at all, man.
No one would be. No one would be expecting something as crazy as what Eren pulled off. And yeah, in a sense, it was also kind of like neat seeing like just re-experiencing all kind of what happened in the past, in a different light, and with more better context too, to kind of finally know what exactly was going on.
Since you read so did this have the similar art style as the manga?
Yeah, in a little bit.
Because it looked like it looked like the Wit Studios art.
I think what it was is that they wanted to blend in like Wit Studios and like the new map art. Obviously, these flashbacks happened when Wit Studios was still around.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to imagine, for consistency's sake, they wanted to keep it like with how Wit Studios handled it.
Yeah, because I wanted to know about that since.
Yeah, no, this is they just wanted to keep everything for consistency's sake, and good on them too, because otherwise for people watching the series, they'd be like, wait, why does younger Eren look like this and not like this, stuff like that.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, now it makes sense. I was curious. I was like, wait, does the manga look like this as well?
Yeah, the manga has like a rougher kind of art, but for the most part, like both anime, I want to say, kind of captures that feel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was Attack on Titan. It was really bombastic, really crazy, and that ending bit with Eren essentially T-posing at Zeke.
Oh, yeah.
Who knows what's gonna happen next, right?
Yeah, who's protecting who, or who's doing
Or what?
Yeah.
Or kind of what the whole agenda, what their motive is, we don't know. Well, I mean, if you read the manga, but for most of the audience, if you know, just here for the ride.
I hate you, Rabbi.
All right.
You
All
know.
Right. Yeah.
And that'll be it for the minis this week. And if you made it this far, thank you for listening. I really do appreciate it from everyone here in the squad. And don't forget, and always like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And like always, I've been your host, Omar.
And this is David.
And we'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye, guys.
Late.